Good morning and welcome to Business Morning. I'm Chimeze Obi Iwago. Thank you for joining us. Well, the federal government says it is weighing its options over the closure of shops belonging to Nigerian traders in Ghana. Now, last week, a video of Nigerian traders lamenting the closure of their shops over failure to register with the Ghana Investment Promotion Council, GIPC, went viral. The traders say their shops were locked up by authorities who demanded evidence of their GIPC registration for general trading. The requirement is $1 million US dollars minimum foreign equity, while registration fee is about 31,500 cedis. Well, let's watch this.
My shop. Don't touch my phone, it's my right. You don't have any, it's my right, don't touch my phone. They are closing my shop. I have been paying tax since 2007. I'm doing everything they can see. It is wrong. And this is abnormal. What they are doing, African life matter. Nigeria life matters here in Ghana. Why are you people doing this? It is my right. They are closing my...
I'm being joined by the president of the Nigerian Traders Union in Ghana, Chukwuemeka Nnaji. I also have with me in the studio the president, Nigeria-Ghana Business Council, Bambo Ademiluyi. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much.
Now, Mr. Nnaji, let me start with you. What exactly is happening to Nigeria traders in Ghana? What are the issues?
Yeah, the problem started since 2007. The Ghana Union of Traders started agitation against Nigeria traders. They raised up a lot of allegations, which is, of course, false against us. And they incite the authorities to check on us, regulate us, and keep on, monitoring our activities. Of course, we have no problem with the authorities checking our documentation. But after some while, they think the authorities are slow, and the Guta members start, closing our shops themselves without waiting for the authorities to do their work. And it became a problem. This lasted since 2017-18. And finally, 2019, they closed the area called Kumasi in Ashanti region. And we protested against that. After 3 months, that shop was open. But the recent, the one that have now shot the camel back is the recent closure of a place called Tito Lane in the Kwame Nkrumah Circle in Accra, where they closed over 600 shops at that time. And these shops were closed for 8 good months, from December 2nd till just around July 15th when they opened it. So, and those shops were closed by the Ghanaian traders, not the authorities. But we reviewed it, and the authorities now joined, and they position themselves as if they are the one who closed those shops. All the effort we made could not be, could not attract anyone to open that shop until recent time when the building in the residence of the High Commissioner was pulled out. We protested, and also in connection with that, the authority now came and opened the shops for assessment. They did assessment for 2 days and went back. Every other thing is history. Then after some time, they also moved on to a place called Abosokai, where the spare parts dealers are applying their trade. And they give us information they are coming to assess our documentation, which we obliged. We waited for them to come, and they came and do the assessment. The problem we have is the fact that most of us registered our businesses with the Register General, that we call CAC, and the Internal Revenue, that's GRA, Ghana Revenue Authority. We have about 3 different taxes that we pay. One is a PAYE, that have to do with personal income tax. You pay that with your workers. And another one is called business income tax. That very one, they give you assessment for the year. according to the size of your business. You can meet it or you can write to them that you cannot meet it, depends on the company. And the last one is VAT, that is the value added tax. Most of our members register with all these institutions and we are paying. But when they came to our shop, we showed them those documentation. They now ask you what GIPC registrations. And that is what we did not have because one is that GIPC registration, you have to provide $1 million cash or equity, and it must be physical. It's not as if you just make a documentation and go and they will register, you pay, because they're charging 0.5% of that money, but then they will not give you any, they will not allow you to do any registration without seeing the evidence of the money in the bank or in goods in the warehouse. And that is very difficult for us to register.
Mr. Naji, let me come in here. The Ghanaian authorities have, of course, argued that you are infringing on their trade laws. Now, were you aware of this GIPC law? That's the Act 865. Were you aware of it before doing business there?
Okay, they are not infringing in their laws because GIPC Act should be harmonized with ECOWAS protocols. And frequently, in many occasions, Minister of Trade or Minister in charge of Foreign Affairs will always say that the ECOWAS citizens, anytime we raise objection, the ECOWAS citizens are not, affected by the GIPC law because that law are made for foreigners. We are citizens of ECOWAS, and I think we should be, taken so because those kind of law in every other ECOWAS countries are not affected Ghanaians. And the Ghana as a country should also know what they have signed into and they harmonize their law in that effect.
All right, Mr. Naji, just hold your thoughts there. Mr. Ademiluyi, now you've listened to what Mr. Naji has to say there. Particularly what caught my attention is what he just said about the ECOWAS law. How does this fit into the whole conversation about ECOWAS and integration of the sub-region?
Well, the Nigerian Ghana Business Council has tried severally. We've met, I think, 2 ministers in 2 regimes trying to resolve this issue. And our stand is that you cannot make a law that goes against a treaty which you already signed into. The ECOWAS Treaty guarantees free movement for all nationals, right of establishment of business. It guarantees equal treatment of all nationals wherever they are, and it also guarantees right of abode. When you now make a law that goes against all this, that means you are going against that thing, that spirit which you signed into, and we think is irregular. We've made this clear to the 2 ministers we have met. We've had seminars, we've had workshops in Lagos, in Accra, and each time what we are told is that, oh, Nigeria is our big brother, we can't treat them anyhow. But these days...
Now, I mean, this is not the first time.
Yes, these days,
sort of a thing is,
the younger brother keeps caning the big brother.
Just wondering, how have these cases, the previous cases, how have it been resolved?
Most of the time, they come in and make moves to resolve. And after that, they let go. And unfortunately, people relax. Even our government relaxes, I'm sorry to say. But I think it is time now for the 2 governments to sit down. They just have to sit down. The ministries of trade, the ministries of foreign affairs of the 2 countries have to sit down with ECOWAS in attendance, with ECOWAS, and let ECOWAS preside over this matter. And let ECOWAS interpret the spirit and the treaty to the 2 countries so that we stop hurting each other. It is most unfair. I have friends in Nigeria that I've known since birth who are Ghanaians. In fact, 2 of them have relocated back in their 60s to Ghana, and they have businesses here. Should I now go and carry a cutlass and say, oh, you must go, you must go? It's not something that should be happening between Nigeria and Ghana. I think some maturity and some responsibility needs to come to play on behalf of the 2 countries. We have to sit down and work this thing out. It is totally uncalled for, it's unheard for, it is not fair at all on the 2 countries.
All right, now, Mr. Naji, is it only the Nigerian traders that were targeted on this?
Yes. Even though the news will carry it to be a foreigners, but it's Nigerians. I can show you the shops of Chinese that are open. Nobody have, visited them. There's a time that normally they can go to all the shops just to public display, but mainly their target is Nigeria. Then when you ask, they say because we are more, we are more in number, which of course is true, but they are targeting Nigerians actually.
Now, was the Nigerian embassy able to do anything? Has the Nigerian government contacted you on this particular issue?
Yes, we are working with the Nigerian embassy. They have always stand by us. Their door is always open. The charge d'affaires, we had a meeting with her. After the closure, we immediately ran to the commission. She made herself available. We discussed. The team came. We look at everything. When our ambassador, the former ambassador, Ambassador Bike was here, he do visit himself. He call us on phone. He advised. Nigerian mission here have been playing their part. The problem we're having is that the fund we're getting from the federal is very, very slow. We would like them to, speed up things. We will be available if we are being called to have a meeting so that details of what is going on will be, made clear. We have already written letters, and I believe the High Commission will be sending those letters at the appropriate quarter to ascertain. The response they give us is very, very prompt from the High Commission.
All right, Mr. Adinuli, do you think this may just be a retaliatory, action resulting from the border closure, which has also, affected the Ghanaian economy?
I hear it is, because I've called a lot of people in Accra, and I hear what people are saying is, after all, Nigeria closed its border against Ghana. And that is not true. I personally intervened with the with Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industries to make sure that Ghanaian goods came in for the Lagos Trade Fair. They came in a convoy unharassed, they left in a convoy unharassed, and they went back to Ghana, no problem. If Ghanaian goods were to come to Nigeria, as long as they are Ghanaian goods produced in Ghana, not smuggled goods. We're not talking of rice. We're not talking of all those things that are smuggled, which is what Nigeria is targeting. If Ghanaian goods need to come to Nigeria and their position is articulated properly like we did in Lagos Chambers, I am sure that they will come in. Because Nigeria was not hard. I was involved in that. And the goods came in. We had a good show. We had the Ghana stand, beautiful Ghana stand at the Lagos Trade Fair just in November here. So I don't know why they should say that Nigeria closed the border. We closed the border against Benin Republic because smuggled goods were coming from there.
Now, in a few months' time, the AFCTA is expected to, take effect. What would this mean for this treaty?
I don't think it will work well if we don't really sit down and articulate positions properly. We have to be very careful because we might just be going into something that will cause more chaos. And I think the two governments must start now. Just this morning, I got another video of fracas in Circle. Circle is a marketplace in Accra. And there were exchange of foodstuffs. Let it not come to a position where people start dying. It's not proper.
Okay, let me get to Mr. Naji. Is there any other inflictions beyond the closure of shops?
Yes, we are pursuing a lot here in Ghana for a long time now. Even from the immigration, the treatment we are receiving from immigration is not proper. Our permit can last as long as 6 months at the hand of immigration officer, and they will not renew for us. Most of Nigerians living here, even with the COVID-19 and every other things, our passport and the business permit is actually expired, and it's very difficult for us to get this renewed. And they keep on increasing the prices every day. They will introduce one thing and another. Before you renew your permit here, you have to pay $60 for non-citizen ID card, which you renew every year. You also have to now go for COVID-19 test, which is $100. Then the charge now is for the permit is 400 NRCs, which is around $70. But then I think they are trying to put everybody on a working permit, which is $500. This is the problem we are facing here. They are not giving us a smooth, operation, because there's a lot of laws, even this issue of GIPC or maybe ECOWAS protocol. Ghanaian law permits someone to have a permanent stay that can allow you to do business without harassment after after 10 years of resident permit. And those things they're not even given to us. So several areas.
Wow. Yeah, Mr. Ademili, while we wait for the federal government to really do something about this, what advice would you have for Nigerian traders themselves in Ghana?
My advice is don't resort to violence. For God's sake, if they close your shop, if they want to close your shop, let them close it. I'm sure this will be resolved, like it was resolved last year. This happened, it's been happening every year. It's like it's a yearly occurrence. Let them close the shop. Don't fight. Because in that video, I saw a woman who stood firm, and they really, really rough-handled her. For a woman of her age, she could just have dropped dead. So please, let them close it. I think the government, because driving here, I heard that the federal government has intervened. They have said they are going to ECOWAS to call for a discussion. I think that needs to be done quickly. But in the time being, the Ghanaian traders should please just let peace reign. Let them just relax. It's unfair. It is not a usual thing. But please just relax.
All right. Yeah, Mr. Naja, I'm sure you heard from Mr. Ademili the advice he is given. Be calm. I guess everything will be all right. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for being on the show. We'll continue to keep it up on this particular issue. So I was speaking with the president of the Nigeria Traders Union in Ghana, Chukwuemeka Naji, and of course, the president, Nigeria Ghana Business Council, Mr. Bambo Ademili. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for being on the show. I will take a break now. When we come back, we look at the commodities market. Do stay with us.